fellow Force users and fellow superheroes, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Ahsoka Tano fan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it's been a while. The last video was for the Mandalorian Season 3 finale, and with Mandalorian having wrapped up, the next major Star Wars installment is obviously Ahsoka, which I don't have to say I'm super looking forward to. But in the meantime, let's switch it back over to Marvel, because obviously the new series with Nick Fury, or Samuel L. Jackson, just dropped today called Secret Invasion, which is about Skrulls. Last time we saw Nick Fury, I believe, was in a post-credit scene from Spiderman Far From Home, in which we found out that it actually wasn't him on Earth. He was actually being impersonated by a Skrull, Talos, and his wife was impersonating Maria Hill. So that was kind of the big reveal in the post-credit scene there. Then you actually saw that Nick Fury was in space with the other Skrulls. So I am assuming that this series takes place after that. I haven't read so much about the series, so for the most part I have no idea what to expect, which is always more fun that way, right? To kind of go in a little bit blind. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. It's called Secret Invasion, so we know how the Skrulls act and how they're able to impersonate humans, and they have access to their most recent memories as well, so that definitely makes them worrisome in terms of the threat level they pose. You saw a lot of that play out in Captain Marvel. It was hard to tell who was who, right? So you didn't really know who to trust. So I'm looking forward to the series in that sense, to see how they deal with this threat. Are they going to become allies with some of the Skrulls? And how is this going to play into the rest of the Marvel universe, the other movies, as we continue to move into phase 5. Just from the little previews that I've seen already, it definitely looks like an intense series, and it looks very cinematic, almost like it could have been a movie. So it's interesting that we're getting it in a series instead, which I think arguably might even be better, because there's more time for them to really flesh the story out and introduce new characters possibly, and then obviously reintroduce characters that we've already seen before. So it gives them kind of more time and room to do that when it's spread out over weeks, as opposed to just being in one big movie. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the show has to offer us. Anyways guys, I don't want to speculate too much. Without further ado guys, let's invade our way in and check out what's in store for us. Invade, get it? Secret Invasion? That was kind of corny. There's the intro, but there's no music. I don't like when they don't play the music. I don't know. Okay, Moscow. Present day. The colonizer. Get it from Black Panther.
Imagine a world where information can't be trusted. Society starts to fray.
Wait, who's speaking right now?
What if the ones closest to us were someone else entirely?
Like Skrulls. I think those stories are from previous Avenger movies. Oh, he's talking to him. Okay.
5 global terrorist strikes within the past year.
It's business as usual.
That's precisely what they want you to think. These attacks are escalating. If they hit the soil of a major power,
The last time we saw him was in Black Panther, right? Black Panther 2. His ex-wife is the Valentina lady, the CIA director.
Skrulls.
Ooh. He name dropped them.
Oh, come on, Ross, you know the stories. This didn't start yesterday. Carol Danvers and Nick Fury promised to find them a new planet.
Right.
Skrulls could be anybody.
And there is only a tiny handful known to live on Earth.
You have no goddamn idea what you're talking about, Ross.
Ooh.
The only Skrull contact has been through Nick Fury. That means there are allies.
Then where is Fury?
He's on Saber.
Okay, so he knows where he is.
I need to give him something more than just theories. I need evidence.
Does he have evidence? Is he a Skrull? He doesn't look well, unless he's just really disturbed by what he's found out.
And I'll give the information to Fury, okay?
Oh shit, does he think that he's a Skrull maybe? He doesn't really believe that he'll take the information to Fury? Oh crap. Damn, I think that's what happened. But you know that guy's not a Skrull because he would turn into one right now. Shoot. Shit, he's being followed.
I need an extract.
Oh, is that Maria
Academic
Hill?
Metro Station, 6 blocks northeast.
Who is this following him? They're running fast, man. Getting some serious cardio. Shoot, I can't see the face of that man because my screen's kind of dark actually. Oh. Wait. Oh, he's not dead, is he? Wow.
Hands! Rukia!
He just speaks Russian. Oh, shoot.
Talos.
It's me.
That was the guy from Spiderman, right? He was a Skrull. What?
He was one of you.
Nah, he's one of them.
One of them? Is it like a faction of Skrulls that branched off from the other Skrulls or something? What? Oh my gosh, we're around 5 minutes in, maybe? There's already been a couple deaths, and already this show is so unpredictable. I feel this is gonna be a good one. It's kind of a cool intro. You kind of see them walking amongst the humans. So that guy, wow, Agent Prescott, I think was his name. He was onto it. He knew that he was a Skrull. That's why he tried to kill him. So then where is the real Ross then? What? This is... It's like an alien invasion or something. Like something out of E.T. or... Oh, there's another movie. The name's escaping me though. Fury. Man, they gotta stop making these scenes so dark, guys. I can't see anything right now. Oh, he's not wearing his eye patch. He looks injured.
Welcome back to Earth. He's upstairs.
Oh, Talos?
Sorry, she brought the seed with her wherever she went. It's changed since she planted it. It's adapted.
That's his wife he's talking about, right?
Sorry, loved you.
Mm.
But she worried me that it would take something like this to bring you back to her.
Daughter, it disappeared completely.
Angry that our people still don't have a home.
His daughter. Where is she, I wonder?
Gravik, mine. He took your abandonment
She's still alive?
much harder.
He preys on the collective rage of young, displaced Skrulls.
Where is his ass?
Skrulls are immune to radioactivity, and Russia has the most abandoned nuclear plants on Earth.
Well, Gravik's trying to start a war between Russia and the United States. And he's gonna use this bomb to do it.
If he succeeds, your species will cease to exist.
Damn.
Going for a walk.
You going for a walk in Moscow at night?
Oh, you're gonna stand out?
Mainly left Saber.
Oh, Rhodey.
Agent Fury is building out the most complex aerospace defense system in the history of mankind.
Unfortunately, we also intercepted an encrypted message from Agent Hill to Agent Fury. We know they're old friends.
Nixon and Reagan, right? I think that's who's on the wall. Something's gonna happen on this walk of his. Get a room, man. Why is she looking at him like that?
Дочка, что ты тут делаешь? Иди домой быстро.
Is he? We knew something was gonna happen, guys. I don't get what he was trying to do though. Was he just trying to get fresh air, or was he trying to observe people's behavior to see if he can point out a Skrull?
Ah, damn, and I was hoping for a command performance of Old Man River.
Oh.
some sort of clock fetish that you've been keeping from me all these years?
Oh, he put a tracker. Or a camera or whatever.
So, make yourself at home, Fury.
She does have a lot of clocks. What's up with that? Have we seen this girl before?
I think Thanos' snap changed you.
I know the nature of this threat way better than you ever will.
Back in the day, you would have seen my rather mediocre bad men coming a mile away.
I let your men take me so I could get to you.
You're in no shape for this fight.
Well, it's hard to say if she's good or bad, but he obviously doesn't fully trust her. Because he put that camera or listening device or whatever it was in the owl's eye.
Home in my own skin.
Was that some code or something? Oh shoot, it's Khaleesi.
Welcome to New Skrullos.
So is she a Skrull as well, or is she a human helping the Skrulls? Although I don't know why you want to help the Skrulls as a human. Take over your planet.
We grow only Skrull produce here. Whatever dangers you risk getting here, they're worth it.
How big is this camp or whatever it is? Oh, this must be one of the nuclear sites that they were talking about, because they were saying that they are immune to the radiation, right? So that's where they were taking up camp. Oh, there's a bunch of them there.
No, Gravik provides refuge.
I was just gonna say, is she working for that Gravik guy?
You get to leave. Everyone else stays in the compound. The warriors keep our human form.
So she definitely is a Skrull then.
Prove your loyalty, and Gravik will reward you.
How do you prove your loyalty? So this must be where he is then. Whoa. So those are all humans. They use the same device in Captain Marvel.
What is your dream? Home in my own skin.
That's what the guy said at the gate.
Bring in the shell.
Whoa.
Take his face.
Oh, that sucks. So they're gonna take his memories and whatnot. I don't think they have access to everything though. I think only recent memories, right? Damn. Who is that? Is that the Gravik guy?
Send in a raid now.
Yeah, if by now you mean wait until a Skrull rebel picks up the devices in order to follow them to their hideout, then yes, I totally agree.
She's cheeky. Yeah, till she sees an ugly ass Skrull like you, and she goes into hunting mode. I know a bunch of good looking Skrulls. You ain't one.
Okay, alright guys, what is the Sonya will already have agents there.
Cool, we will incapacitate.
Attacking MI6 operatives.
Oh, so she's MI6. That's him there, right? So she doesn't want to just stop him. She wants to go after everybody that he recruited. It sounds like from what Nick Fury was saying.
Is he?
I was trying to see what book she was reading.
You are the cause.
Cause is home. We go tomorrow.
Okay. Why do you grab onto the door like that?
Where's the bloody coffee?
Man, this is crazy because you don't know who to trust. Oh, exactly. Oh, that's Talos. You just never know who's who.
You oppression?
Just rip that off like it was nothing.
Not bad for a 136-year-old. Not even 40 in human years. Haven't even gone on my midlife crisis shopping spree yet.
Damn.
What you get for yours? The Avengers.
Ah, that was a good answer.
Exactly what do you want?
Some damn good answers.
That shall belong to Louis XV. It's priceless.
Everything is priceless till it gets blown to bits in a hail of bullets.
Oh my gosh. He's both serious and funny, Nick Fury.
Dirty boom, boom goes the dynamite. Line number 2. I just
He
told
might end up killing this guy.
everybody gets one.
You going to shoot me?
Maybe, probably. But not right now.
Oh, he's a Skrull for sure. See how strong he is. Damn.
I got this. Sure.
He's just so comfortable in that chair. Oh!
Tell me where the bombs are.
Boy, I thought he cracked his neck. Oh! Crap. But don't they need to find out where the bombs are from him?
I said no.
Oh, he's upset. That's still one of his people, so I guess he feels conflicted. She definitely knows she's being followed. Maybe not. Man, she really should not go in there alone. Oh, she's going in there alone. Yeah, she will. Emilia Clarke is gonna be way stronger than her because she's a Skrull. Not even close to a fair fight.
It's what you always say, but there's always another.
Wait a sec.
I know you're angry.
Wait, he knows her.
This is not what your mother would have wanted.
Oh, that's his
Her last
daughter?
words, fine Gaia.
Oh, that's who she is. And she doesn't know her mom's dead. Whoa, because he just told her her last words. Right, because in Captain Marvel, he had his wife and then the little girl. So she must be the little girl grown up.
You know that I'll protect you.
You can't protect anyone.
Gaia, I know.
Oh, crap. But we never saw the wife get killed, did we? Guess we have to find out what exactly happened to her. Oh, damn. Oh, he knows him. Shit, so he just picked up some Russian for this, eh?
How do you think we kept the Cold War from going hot? Spooks like me find shots.
You can't say that.
Spooks.
You can't say that.
Oh my god, did he just say that? Don't kill me. Oh my god. That's a racial slur for black people, in case you guys didn't know. Nick Fury.
You gonna move?
I haven't decided.
The Fury I knew was always 3 steps ahead. You're not ready for this. You always told me there is no shame in walking away when the steps are uncertain. Check your footing. Otherwise, someone's gonna get hurt.
A lot of people are doubting him, saying that he's not the same. Right in the middle of swearing. So he's the taxi driver. Wait, what? So was that? So she took the form of that other Russian lady.
Your mother died while you were working for her killer. You have one chance to save yourself.
Is she gonna tell him about the
The
strike?
attack is planned for tomorrow.
Oh.
There are 3 couriers, including me. I'll mark each bag with infrared spray.
Interesting. On one hand, it's good that he's getting through to his daughter, but on the other hand, what I sense there's something more to the story.
Guys painted ours with infrared spray. Infrared, got it.
Can they even trust 100% that she is working with them?
We missed the pass.
Whoa, that was so fast. I missed the pass too. Isn't it the same girl from before? It is, from the beginning. She was playing on the road in the middle of the night. Where's her mother, though? Oh, that was the same guy from the bar. I think they had the vodka. That's crazy, man. You really don't know who to trust. That was the girl from the bench that he saw that was kissing the other guy. Oh, that's him there. Gravik, right?
It's empty. No decoys.
Oh, so Gaia set them up? Whoa, so where were the actual bombs? That's crazy. Shit. Wait, what? What? Are you for real? That must be Gravik then. That took his form. Or one of the other Skrulls. Yeah, that's him. Wait, she's gonna be okay, right? Wait, did they just kill her off? No way. Wait, no, I don't believe that. Seriously? No way. No. No way they killed her off like that. She's been in it from the beginning. Would they just kill her off that quickly like that? Alright, so that was quite a start to the series. First of all, I kind of want to talk about the ending scene there, because I really don't know if she is dead or not. Sometimes they'll do that where they'll kill off somebody, then they'll bring them back in a different timeline or something like that. Think about how many times Loki died. You know, we thought Gamora died. But at the same time, Natasha Romanoff did die, and I'm still in denial over that years later. But wow, that's gonna be so sad if she actually did in fact die, because she's been in it from the very beginning, from the first Avengers movie. We've seen her, and as much as we've seen her, I don't even know that we've had that much time with her. I don't feel that she was given the same amount of screen time as some of the other characters, and so I was kind of excited to see her in this series. It kind of seemed like a good opportunity to maybe give us more time with her character, give her even more development, see her work with Fury, and then to just kill her off like that in this episode was definitely surprising to me. I would have thought that she would have at least been in the series, and maybe if they were going to kill her off at the end or something like that. I guess that just goes to show that in this series, you can never really predict what's coming. Just like you don't know who to trust, you also don't know who could get killed off at any moment in time, right? This series definitely seems like one that will catch you by surprise and will be unpredictable. And speaking of Gamora and Natasha, I feel that that shot of her heavily paralleled Natasha's death scene as well as Gamora's death scene, but we obviously know that Gamora is not technically dead. I do have questions though. First of all, is she really dead? And second of all, she does know that it wasn't actually Nick Fury who killed her, right? Because she said something along the lines of, it was you. She probably meant someone shapeshifted as you. I don't think that she thinks it was him who killed her. I think that she would probably have to know better. But I don't know, you never really know. She could be thinking the version of him that she was with before was a Skrull the entire time, and then that was him in his real form. That's what's so tricky about this whole Skrull situation, is you never really know who you're talking to. You don't know if they're a Skrull in that moment, if they've been a Skrull the whole entire time. It makes you see things differently, so you kind of have to wonder what her thoughts were during her final moments. Does she know that it was a Skrull who shot her and just in that moment, or does she think that all the time she spent with Nick Fury, you know, in Moscow and with them playing chess or whatnot, does she think that that was all him as a Skrull the entire time? I guess we'll never know if she is in fact dead. And speaking of the chess scene, that was actually a little bit of foreshadowing, because she was telling him that she feels he hasn't really been on his game, which is ironic because they're also playing a game of chess, right? And in chess, what do you try and do? You try and think a couple moves ahead, you try and stay a step ahead. And that's exactly what she was saying she feels he hasn't been doing. And she's not the only one that thought that. There's a couple people this episode that mentioned that Nick has been different post-Blip. As she's saying that, if you're not ready for this, someone could get hurt. And next thing you know, she ends up dying. So it was almost a sense of foreshadowing her own death, so to speak. Is Nick Fury ready for this fight, or has he changed too much post-Blip, right? It just goes to show again the effect that the Blip had on everybody. And I think that's one thing that's really good about Marvel, is they don't just have events happen once and then that's it. The next movie is on to something different. It definitely has a ripple effect, and something as big as the Blip, I would expect no less. I really respect the fact that they are showing us the various ways in which it impacted people beyond just what we saw in Endgame. Okay, I want to talk about Gaia, I think her name is, and Talos. So Gaia, obviously played by Emilia Clarke. I do have questions about Gaia. I have questions about Talos and their relationship with one another. So first of all, can we really trust Gaia? Because she seemed to kind of come around a couple times during this episode, but then it looked by the end there that she did end up siding with new Skrullos. and she deceived them into thinking that they had to follow the painted backpacks, but then in fact those turned out to be decoys, and then the real bombs were already in place. So she definitely allowed the rebels to carry out their plan. And so I don't know what led to the change of heart, or if she was deceiving them the whole time, but either way, it's hard to know whether or not you can really trust her. It just kind of plays again into this whole idea of trust. You really don't know who to trust in this show. I also question her relationship with Talos, because on one hand, you see a father and daughter. You see a father desperately trying to bring his daughter back to the light, so to speak, getting her to do the right thing. But on the other hand, you kind of question Talos as well, because he seems very certain that she is working for her mother's killer. And I don't believe that we saw the wife actually die. Now we're hearing that she died, and it was supposedly at the hands of Gravik. Is that in fact what really happened? Or is that just a lie that he is telling her to lure her back in somehow? Is he manipulating her in a way that we don't see yet? And speaking of the wife, I found it symbolic how Talos was showing us the plant that she planted on Earth, and how it was starting to kind of to grow and take roots. And I think that was definitely kind of a reflection of the Skrulls doing the same thing, finding their roots and their place on Earth. As I kind of mentioned already, there's definitely a big theme of nothing is as it seems in this show, and just with the Skrulls in general. So Gaia and New Skrullos, are they the real bad guys here, or the only bad guys here, or is there some other threat that's kind of lurking in the shadows that we have yet to know about? Gravik, is there more to his character? And furthermore, are there more to these shells, the human shells, the human forms that these Skrulls take on? Who are they, and how are they selected? You kind of saw them being kept there on the compound, and the same device was being used on them that was used on Captain Marvel to basically extract their memories. So how do they select these people? The little girl that we saw first in the beginning of the episode with the rainbow ball, then towards the end of the episode, who is she? Is that little girl still alive somewhere? Is she someone that disappeared from the blip and came back? Where is the real Everett Ross? Because we saw him in the beginning, but obviously it was a Skrull, not really him. Agent Prescott in the beginning of the episode said something along the lines of, when you have so much misleading information out there, how do you really know what's true, what's false? You often have to rely on your humanness, or something along those lines. But in this case, you can't even do that. You could argue that this threat is perhaps even bigger than prior threats that we've seen the Avengers face off against. They've been very busy fighting off-world threats and all these different species, aliens, that there's been a threat brewing right under their noses at home. Often the threat that you don't see, that's been right under your nose the whole time, is bigger than what you've been preoccupied with prior. So it kind of makes you see things a little bit differently, even when it comes to the Avengers, for example. Some of the events that they've been involved in, some of the threats that they've faced, have these threats been in some way manufactured or aided by Skrulls, right? It makes you see everything differently. Even when you think back to the post-credits scene from Spider-Man Far From Home, you find out that Nick Fury, in fact, wasn't Nick Fury. He was being impersonated by the Skrull Talos. It was very fitting that that happened at the end of that movie, which obviously saw Mysterio manipulate and deceive a bunch of people into thinking that he was something that he really wasn't. So it was kind of, again, playing into this idea that nothing is as it seems. And not only was the villain Mysterio deceiving everybody, so was Nick Fury and Maria Hill, because they weren't even who they appeared to be. I'm also wondering who that Sonya lady is. Sonya Fellsworth, I think was her name. I don't believe we've seen her before, but I think it was mentioned that she works for MI6. I'm kind of wondering what her goal is and how her and Nick even know each other. You see that he plants a listening/watching device on her owl, so he doesn't fully trust her. And I don't know if that's because he thinks that she's a Skrull or because he just doesn't trust her, period. He did have something interesting to say, actually. He mentioned something about, I may not be good at telling when a human is a Skrull, but I can definitely tell when a human is lying. Something along those lines he said. And so I guess that basically tells us that he doesn't necessarily think she's a Skrull, but he definitely knows that she's hiding something or lying about something. In the series, you may just distrust somebody. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're a Skrull, but if you faced off against Skrulls, that's always going to be the first thing on your mind. Is this person a Skrull, or are they just a liar and hiding something else? Again, it's just such a bad threat, because it turns people against one another, and it makes you doubt yourself. And another thing about Sonya too, she had a lot of clocks in her compound layer, whatever you want to call it. And he pointed that out as well. She's got clocks, she's got an owl. The owl's like eyes, it's almost as if they're watching you. And I don't know if that was meant to foreshadow something about her character. Why does she have all these clock faces and they each tell a different time? It's almost kind of a form of deception, disorienting. It sounds kind of silly, but if you go in there with no watch and no phone, like how do you know what time it is in her place? Because they all have different times. And I guess that's the point. How do you know what you're looking at is real? Which one is the real time? So it kind of relates to the overall theme of the show, you could argue, which is you can't really trust anything that you see. So I think that was kind of clever symbolism there. But anyways, guys, let me just wrap up this video before I just continue rambling on. It's the Caribbean in me, and we just love to talk. Great first episode, great start to the series. I think that this series has a lot of potential to be one of Marvel's best series thus far. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else is in store and having our questions answered. I'm still holding out hope that Maria is somehow alive, or they bring her back somehow, because that would be really sad if that's how she went out. But you just never know, right? This series has already thrown us a couple twists and surprises, and I have no doubt that there are many more to come, so we just gotta wait and see what happens. Anyways, guys, you let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, as always, and what you're looking forward to from the series, and perhaps any predictions or thoughts that you guys might have. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you next week for an all-new episode of Secret Invasion. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.